Today I'm going to make one of my favorite recipes for you. They're called stuffed zucchini pizza boats. They happen to be protein packed, low in carbs, and of course gluten free. So to get started, we're gonna make our filling first. We're gonna heat up a skillet with some olive oil. And then to that, we're gonna add half a purple onion chopped. And then we're gonna add 3 cloves of minced garlic. And 1 cup of chopped mushrooms. A little bit of salt and pepper. And we're gonna mix that all up, cook it for about 5 minutes until everything softens. So the next thing that I'm gonna add is 3 turkey sausages. I picked an andouille flavor because it's already pretty spiced and seasoned for me. However, if you picked a milder meat, I would recommend spicing it up. So some of my suggestions for this particular recipes would be cumin, paprika, garlic powder, obviously salt and pepper, and herbs like basil and sage. So we're gonna throw that in there. And we're gonna cook it for about 5 minutes or until the meat is fully cooked all the way through. You want to break it up with your spoon into bits and mix the mushrooms inside of the meat. So now that my sausage is fully cooked through, I'm going to add 1 cup of tomato primavera sauce. And I've got 1 cup here of low-fat ricotta. I'm gonna add that. And what that's gonna do is hold the filling together and make it really creamy. If you didn't want to use a ricotta, you can also use a goat cheese. That would certainly work really well. So we're gonna mix that all together. And we're gonna set it aside to cool because we're gonna get started on our zucchini next. So we're gonna preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit as I did here. Next, we're gonna take 3 to 4 zucchinis, trim off the end bits, slice them lengthways down the center, and take a spoon and scoop out the insides and the seeds. You're gonna be left with some halves that look like this, and what you need to do is put them in salted boiling water to blanch them. So blanching means exactly just that. You're gonna monitor them and make sure that you don't overdo it. But the reason why you're blanching them is to bring out the color of the zucchini a little bit more, as well as reduce the cooking time when you bake them later on. After they're done blanching, what you want to do is shock them in ice cold water immediately so you can prepare an ice bath in advance, or you can just run a bunch of cold water into the pot right away. So now our zucchinis are all blanched up, so they're nice, green, and soft. I've stuffed them with the sausage mixture, and mine has actually cooled down so I can go ahead and just use my hands. And I'm just going to finish stuffing these zucchini boats. And then we're going to top off with some cheese. I'm just going to sprinkle it generously everywhere. Then we're gonna throw these babies in the oven for 15 minutes until the cheese melts and everything browns up. So here's the full recipe for one of my favorite dinners, stuffed zucchini pizza boats. I top mine off with a little bit of fresh chives for a pop of color. You can eat it all year round. You can eat it as an appetizer and entree. It is protein packed, low in carbs, and gluten free.